Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Ultima IX Ascension. In our last video, Myra, the Shrine Keeper of the Shrine of Honor, told the Avatar that in order to learn the long-forgotten Mantra of Honor, he would need to speak to his old pal Sir Dupre. Only problem is that Dupre is very, very dead, which means that he will need to use the Spirit Speak ritual. The Spirit Speak ritual allows the caster to communicate with the spirits of the dead who have passed beyond our plane. So, the Avatar went to the Fortress of the Paladins and retrieved Dupre's ashes, which shouldn't be there, and can now initiate Spirit Speak by placing those ashes on this pedestal. Let's do it.
Greetings, old friend. I see that you are well. I also see that you are once again struggling to save Britannia. The Guardian's grip on the land is strong, and it is still possible for him to win this contest. The struggle will be long and arduous. Therefore, you must remain strong, my friend.
Thank you, Dupre. I'll do my best to live up to your example of strength and courage.
Do not look to me, friend. Look to yourself. You have strength and courage beyond any I've ever known. Now, let us move on. I know that you have sought me out to ask about the Chalice of Honor, the sacred sigil of Trinsic.
Yes, I need to find the chalice.
Indeed you do. Go and seek the chalice in the Dungeon of Shame. There, in a chamber, behind a crystal barrier, will you find the chalice. When you find this barrier, speak the Mantra of Honor, which is Sun, and the barrier will disappear. Then, you have access to the chalice.
Thank you, Dupre. I must now go to the Dungeon of Shame.
Indeed you must, friend. Walk with the virtues, Avatar.
Yeah, for this, I think the whole game must go to the Dungeon of Shame. What did the Avatar scribble about that? Sir Dupre has told me I can find the Chalice of Honor in the Dungeon of Shame, behind a crystal barrier. The mantra I will need to enter is Sum. I'm relieved to see that Dupre's spirit remains strong after he died in my place so many years ago. Yeah, nowhere in any of this is the Chaos Serpent thing addressed. Nowhere, just conveniently dropped. But we're not going to drop it. Oh no, we are going to stand here and kvetch about it at length, because this is one of the biggest parts of one of the best games in the series. So, many years ago, the Great Earth Serpent, the Order Serpent, and the Chaos Serpent all hung out in the void together, had followers on the Serpent Isle who called themselves Ophidians, and generally kept everything in balance. But when Exodus pulled the Great Earth Serpent out of the void so he could use it to protect his castle on the Isle of Fire during the time of Ultima III, the balance got all wobbly and the forces of Order slaughtered the forces of Chaos and split the Chaos Serpent into the three Banes of Chaos. So that's the ancient history. Fast forward a bit to the beginning of Ultima VII Part 2, which started with the Avatar and his companions Shamino, Yolo, and Dupre sailing to the Serpent Isle to chase down Batlin and see if they could find Gweno too. Many months prior, Gweno had taken a ship with some members of the Fellowship who, upon their arrival near Fawn, constructed a black rock obelisk that ended up serving as Batlin's emergency teleportation receptacle when he had to make a hasty retreat at the end of Ultima VII Part 1 after the Avatar in code defeated Batlin's crew right in front of the completed Black Gate. Batlin was apparently still serving the Guardian when he first arrived, but at some point soon after that changed, and he sought to gain immortality and tremendous power for himself instead. Guess he was tired of being a lackey, it's hard to blame him. To achieve this, he determined that he needed a special carving of a black rock serpent so he could enter a Wall of Lights, which is a massive portal that leads to the ethereal void and sometimes to other mysterious places. Of course, merely traveling to the ethereal void doesn't imbue a person with power, so he also sought to track down the remaining components of the destroyed Chaos Serpent, the three Banes of Chaos, and imprison them within soul prisms so that he could take them with him into the void and then absorb their powers or something. It's not really made perfectly clear. Batlin's quest took him on quite an interesting journey, and the Avatar and his party were always a few steps behind until finally catching up with him in the Grand Shrine of Order in the city of Spinebreaker. Standing before the Wall of Lights there, Batlin congratulated himself on his impending godhood and attempted to enter the Wall of Lights using his Blackrock Serpent. Unfortunately for him, he had the Chaos Blackrock Serpent and not the Order Blackrock Serpent. So this Wall of Lights in the City of Order didn't function for him. To make matters worse, the Order-attuned energy of this Wall of Lights shattered the soul prisms containing the Banes of Chaos, who promptly slaughtered Batlin after the Guardian withdrew his protection from the treacherous druid. The Banes then possessed Yolo, Shamino, and Dupre, with the Bane of Wantonness using Dupre as his host, transforming his head into that of a crazed red serpent. It looked wild. The now possessed party members all teleported away and began their various campaigns of chaos against the poor people of Serpent Isle. The Bane of Wantonness slaughtered most of the inhabitants of the town of Monitor and the nearby Sleeping Bull Inn, which resulted in a goblin invasion and wild animals roaming the streets. The Avatar did eventually re-imprison the Banes in new soul prisms by using the Black Sword, which no longer housed the demon Arcadian. But to do so, he had to slay his companions. They were eventually resurrected by Zenkan monks, but their minds were addled after having housed such immense powers of chaos and could only be restored with special waters from the various shrines of order. In Dupre's case, the water came from the Shrine of Discipline, and after regaining his senses, he had a very difficult time coming to terms with what he had done while he was possessed. Then, the prophetess Zenka, who foresaw all this imbalance nonsense long ago and had been hanging out in the void to await the Avatar's arrival on the Serpent Isle, returned and revealed that only the sacrifice of the soul of someone who is in balance could be used to stitch the Banes of Chaos back together into the Chaos Serpent. Everyone from the Serpent Isle was at the epicenter of the imbalance, which meant that only the Avatar, Shamino, Yolo, Dupre, and Gweno, all of whom had recently sailed over from Britannia, were candidates. To choose the sacrifice, the party members all drew straws, and of course the Avatar drew the short straw, which meant he would be burned alive in the crematorium in Monitor, and his ashes would be used in the reunification ritual. But at the very last second, Dupre exclaimed that he couldn't live with the guilt of what he did while he was possessed by the Bane of Wantonness, and didn't want to see his friend die like this, so he pushed the Avatar out of the way and sacrificed himself instead. The Avatar and his remaining companions, grieving the loss of Dupre, then traveled to the Grand Shrine of Chaos in the city of Skullcrusher, and opened its Wall of Lights with the Chaos Blackrock Serpent, which was the right serpent to use this time. After placing Dupre's ashes and the 3 soul prisms containing the Banes of Chaos on pedestals in the shrine, the Chaos Serpent was restored, and Dupre announced through the Wall of Lights that his soul was now bound to the Chaos Serpent, and that he was preventing it from attacking. That's the last we heard from Dupre directly, but after the Avatar restored the balance by returning the Great Earth Serpent to the Void, it assured the Avatar that Dupre was now one with the serpents and was content. So it's kind of a big deal that Dupre's ashes were used for that ritual. Kinda saved the balance across the multiverse and everything. For them to be here completely disregards one of the most dramatic moments of the entire series, and frankly doesn't make any sense. If we really want to make excuses for the writers of Ultima IX, we could say that maybe some of Dupre's ashes were left over in the crematorium in Monitor, or in the Grand Shrine of Chaos, and that somebody went to the trouble of gathering them up and bringing them back to Britannia. Given that we never saw what Shamino, Yolo, and Gweno did after the Avatar entered the Wall of Lights in the Grand Shrine of Balance under Sunrise Isle and didn't come back out because the Guardian flung him off into Pagan, that's about the best we can do here. It doesn't explain how we're able to commune with Dupre like this, or why he doesn't even mention the serpents or anything, but it's really all we've got. And that's my take on this. I'll just grab this thing that shouldn't exist and proceed with saving Britannia. We've got our marching orders. It's pretty clear we need to go to Dungeon Shame to retrieve both the Glyph of Honor and the Chalice of Honor, but there is still quite a bit to see in the area surrounding Trinsic. We might even want to go back to Britain once more before heading down into the dungeons, so I think we should just explore. But yeah, like I said, loved Serpent Isle, and am just very disappointed in how somebody's coughing. Hey there! Here we are. Anyway, yeah. Just very disappointed in its treatment in this game. But I guess they really wanted to have Dupre make a return in some form or fashion. I mean, he is a big deal. He's a huge part of the lore. He's a very steadfast companion to the Avatar. I guess they just wanted him back and couldn't really think of a proper way to make that happen, given how he died and what that meant for the world. Hello, Crab. So instead they just, let's just pretend that never happened. And that he can just appear and we can have a seance. Right? Right. I mean, no, not right, obviously, but that's what we've ended up with. We're getting some jank. That has fixed the jank. We'll kill this crab too. Got a lot of money now. Not bad. Would you quit backing away? Gliding away? How are you doing that? Alright. And we have been here. We've explored that little crypt. And there is the Fortress of the Paladins. So if we check out the map, yeah, we are now getting to the northern portion of this area. So we're going to see some stuff we haven't seen. I think we've been down here. Oh, but there's a crab, so we'll be back here. You can see a silhouette of a zombie on the horizon there. Well, it's not necessarily on the horizon so much. I mean, that's Valoria. Must be a lovely place. Look at the weird... It really is weird. Those just bizarre rock formations sticking out there. Ooh, what do we have here? A shipwreck. Is there anything interesting going on here? You can just barely make it out. But the answer is yes. Look at that. We'll take this. I have found a ruby lighthouse gem. And with that, the Avatar now has found all 3 lighthouse gems. We just need to get that one polished, and then we can stick it in the lighthouse in Buccaneer's Den where it belongs. Excellent. Let's continue. What else do we have going on around here? Oh. Hello. Who might you be?
Who are you? How dare you trespass into my camp?
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure that was Avidius's voice actor. We're being attacked. Alright. He dead. And he carried a scimitar. Worthless. We can hear some hellhounds out in the distance there. And you can see the column. Yep. We are very near Dungeon Shame. What's this? Lightning Storm. I'm not sure we have Lightning Storm. No, we don't. I don't think we've learned it or anything. Where would that be? No. No. Nope, this is, we can't learn it. Oh my, that's, an 8th circle spell. We'll be holding on to that one for a while. Yeah. What's this? A book. Ooh, it's a journal. Entry 1. I have been spying upon the Avatar like Lord Blackthorn asked. I'm not sure what I'm to find, but hopefully something of import will arise. Arise should only have one R. Entry 2. Not much of interest today. He spent a lot of time talking with the people of Trinsic and did a little exploring of the island. Entry 3. He is moving fast. I was almost caught near the outfitter and again near the blacksmith. Thankfully, I avoided capture. Lord Blackthorn would not have been pleased. Entry 4. I followed the Avatar to the abandoned Paladin fort where he collected some ashes that seemed to be of import. You could say that, yeah. Entry 5. The Avatar has spoken with a spirit. I have learned that the Chalice of Honor is hidden within the Dungeon of Shame, and that the Mantra of Honor is required to enter. Also, the Mantra of Honor is Sum. I must inform Lord Blackthorn immediately, so he may act before the Avatar does. I can almost taste the reward. Entry 6. Some reward? Sent back out to camp to continue my spying without so much as a thank you. Perhaps if I bring Lord Blackthorn the Avatar's head, I will gain some recognition. Yeah, how did that go for you? I don't think so. Okay. Well, yeah, let's look at the map again. Yeah, we are right up here next to the column and the dungeon's entrance, which we will not be using just yet, and we can hear hellhounds right over the hill there. I also heard a crab. Oh, 2 crabs. We'll trounce them both. There goes one of them. He wasn't carrying any gold. Strange. Wait, no. That's normal. Crabs don't usually carry gold. We've all just been brainwashed into thinking that critters carry gold. It's not normal at all. There's the shipwreck that we pulled the ruby lighthouse gem from. And yes, that's a black pearl. Not interested. Yeah, we're going to have to deal with some hellhounds. Hello, fellas. We're going to get hit with fireballs now. That's not working out so well. There we go. You take the ruby. Did this one just forget we're here? It looks like it. Hi.
Take that.
He's dead. We'll have that ruby. Did I actually get it? Yeah, I did. Alright. Wait, nope. One of those is the, lighthouse ruby. Sneaky, look at that. There we go. Okay. Oh, this is a lovely, lovely scene. I don't know that we need to be killing all of these because I just suspect that they'll respawn. You missed. Well, he didn't. Ow. Thank you for coming to the Avatar. That's appreciated. A lot of rubies. They're only the 4th most valuable gem, according to our DESRAT acronym. Which means they're not great. But, we will be going back to Britain before entering Dungeon Shame, so I figure, why not just take them, throw them on the ground. I'm sure Cameron just loves admiring our collection in there. Okay. Now, through this little rock formation is, it's where the spies' camp was. Alright. Where do we want to go now? I think that might be the Fortress of the Paladins. Yeah, because we're looking south, and you can see on the map. In fact, we might be able to use the Trinsic map from here. Oh, indeed. So yes, that is the Fortress of the Paladins. We do not need to go back there. Just kind of running around aimlessly right now. It would be nice to find a path, or follow the coast, perhaps. Oh, this is interesting. What do we have here? Well, first we have you, and we can't have you working around. That one last hit. 75. Okay, well there's Trinsic. Let's see if there's anything interesting on this ship. I don't know why that made a water noise. Yeah, maybe not so much, huh? Ooh, lighthouse. We have the polished emerald, and we could deposit it there. Oh, it looks like we've got some mean archers. Well, we'll try to approach them from a more advantageous position. Don't really want them getting the drop on us. We've got a path here. This is good. We'll come back to that in a bit. Let's go to the lighthouse. Oh, and we found the Circle of Stones here. So that once the shrine is cleansed, we could use this for Moongate travel, using the Orb of the Moons, if we want to. Oh ho! There are 3 of you guys! Okay, you just run then. Look at them run! I mean, I don't blame them or anything, but... What are you gonna do, swim to Trinsic? Oh, well he might. Okay, that's fine. I don't really care. Did anybody stick around, though? Get the drop on anybody? These guys are horrible. I hear one drawing his bow right now. Oh, stop it. Hold still. There. I'm gonna take your arrows. All 18 of them. Cool. And I know, yeah, you're there. Ooh. You shot me. That's bad. He had 19 arrows. And I can hear the last one. And where did he end up? Is he in the water? He's in the water. Why aren't you drowning? How are you doing this? Oh, he's swimming. Yeah, he's shooting from in the... You can barely see it, but he's... Yeah, that's funny. Okay, well, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna use targeting and end you. Oh. The problem is that it keeps... Yeah, I was able to get one of the shots off. Every time the avatar gets shot with an arrow, he kind of... he recoils, and it's obnoxious. He dropped a big old pile of money. 53 coins, okay. And there's the bow he was using, novice bow. 13 arrows. Alright, cool. Let's head up to the top of that lighthouse. That was a very silly adventure. That's not the entrance. I just went around the long way. That's fine. What do we have here? Nothing of interest. There's a sextant. We already have one. Treasure chest. With a longsword. Don't want that. Up we go. Cool. It's kind of hard to place these, and if you aren't paying attention, you can end up placing the gem on top of the roof. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer when that happens. So we're going to be placing the polished emerald right here. Nope, see, that doesn't even count. It didn't accept that. Let's try again. Am I wrong? Is it meant to be the sapphire? Yeah. It is. And it's done. I don't see a light coming out of it because it is daytime, but were it nighttime, there would be a stream of light emanating from it, illuminating the waters for all the ships out there. Anyway, so that task is done. And now we will head back this way. Take a quick look at the map to get a little bit of a better sense of where we are right now, because there's something right across the water there. It's Paws. Yeah, it's the Swamp of Paws. That's what we're looking at. Can't swim to it, but there it is. We're also very close to Skara Brae. That's due west of here. You actually can swim to that one. Yeah, see kind of the desert-looking island. That's Skara Brae, what's left of it anyway. And we could go there, but we're not going to right now. We're going to save that for after Valoria. May as well kind of keep everything together in terms of which city you're visiting and virtue you're cleansing and all that. We got some mean fishies here. Let's just see if we can... Oh, come on. Problem is, to attract it, you have to pretty much be... You have to... I want to be able to stand. Okay, that's good. Now, come on. There we are. Yeah, if you can get it close enough to you. Oh, there are 3 of them. Well, come here then. All right. We see more stones of spirituality over there. I wonder if we can chat with Shamino again. I do see that mean fishy behind the little island here. Hello? That would be a no. That's unfortunate. All right. Your turn. Come here. Come here. Look, I'm such an easy target. Wow. I guess I am. All right. There, we've cleaned up this little lake. Now that's interesting. See the stones here. Well, we're in the water now, but huh. What do we have here? These are the legs of Santry. We'll put those on the tool belt right now. No, I don't I don't know how that makes any sense. Let's get out of the water. Yeah, I know. I know you're a hellhound, and I'll have to deal with you in a bit. Okay, so we're currently wearing chain leggings. They're not the most amazing armor. They don't offer any benefits. Let's wear the legs of Sentry. Watch the armor bar. Well, they offer less armor, but as it turns out, these let you jump farther. Not significantly farther, but I don't know. Let's see. I'm not sure how noticeable that is. It's something. It's not quite what I was hoping for, to be honest, but I mean, it's okay. I'm sure it'll, you know, help and make a difference somewhere at some point, right? Okay. Well, we do need to probably kill all these hellhounds in order to finish exploring this portion of the area around Dungeon Shame. And then we might want to head back to Britain to make sure that we are fully prepared for yet another dungeon dive. But we'll do all that in the next video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.